Hi folks, Bob Everett here again, President of the Central Regional School Board. I am up for re-election on November 3rd. I would encourage everybody to get out and vote in this election. Not enough folks vote. I am E6 on your ballot, and I hope that through this series of videos I gain enough support that I will be privileged to be re-elected to the board. I still have a lot of work to do, and I'd like to continue on with the task. I'd like to touch real quick about my experience on the Central Regional School Board. This would actually be my third term on the board. I've been on it for a little bit over 6 years. I can tell you it takes quite a while to get up to speed to be able to learn the ropes and the ins and outs of running a school board. There's a lot of challenges and a lot of restrictions on what you can and cannot do. It's very difficult to just make things happen as much as people, when they come on the board, think you can just wave a magic wand and fix things. It's not quite that simple. So I feel my 6 years of experience is a very valid reason to continue on the board and continue on with my mission. And in our next segment, I'm going to lay out a couple of particular things that I've had some experience with that I can hang my hat on. For a while I was on the Transportation Committee, and there were a few things that we accomplished within our Transportation Committee I think is noteworthy. One of which is we managed to finally get into a joint venture, or I shouldn't say joint venture, a shared services agreement with Berkeley Township School District for the repairs of our school bus fleet. When I first got on the board, we had put our repair system out to bid, and with my experience from owner automotive repair business, I was able to pay attention to the bid very closely. It didn't take long to figure out that we were spending way too much money repairing our vehicles. We actually halted the contract halfway through and negotiated a much better deal, much more favorable deal for our taxpayers, both of the Central Regional District and the Berkeley Township School District. That has saved us significant money over many years and has been very, very successful for everybody involved. So that was a major accomplishment. One of the other things that we've been able to do by encouraging our bus fleet coordinator, who really gets most of the credit for this, we have been able to set up jointures with those school districts when it comes to busing our kids to the vocational schools. We estimate we're saving anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 a year for both us and other school districts by using Central Regional as the meeting point before running to all the different VOTEC schools. Think of us as the hub, where everybody comes to the hub instead of everybody sending a school bus. When I say everybody, the other dozen school districts in the county, everybody sending a bus to each one of the vocational schools. They meet at Central, everybody gets on one bus, and now you only take one bus. Makes sense, but nobody had thought about it before. And our bus coordinator came up with that plan. We supported it and made that happen. A couple other things, probably the most significant thing that I've been part of in my 6 years on Central Regional, being on the Buildings and Grounds Committee. We actually passed a referendum 7 years ago. We have refurbished our school, our roof, our windows, a lot of heating and air conditioning work, made good use of the voter support in that referendum. A key point of that referendum was we also structured our debt in a very unique way that saved us several thousands of dollars. Our business administrator, Mr. O'Shea, actually came up with a plan and we supported it. He actually had to go to Trenton to structure our debt in a certain way that helped us really save a lot of money. That's part of the progressive thinking that I try to bring to the board to better serve the school district and our taxpayers and our folks in the township. Of course, probably the most noticeable improvement, buildings and ground-wise, that we have at our Central Regional District is our solar panel program. We were lucky to get in on a very early stage of the solar revolution, if you will. We signed a very, very favorable contract at no cost to our taxpayers whatsoever on our solar panel system. Combined with our energy engineering program, really through the leadership of Dr. Parler Panides, we have saved over half of our energy costs. We used to spend well over $1 million a year. We now spend less than, or right about half of that, about $600,000, and that's in real world dollars. So that's been a very, very significant improvement. That has allowed us to keep our taxes stabilized and do other improvements within the school. That's been a terrific program. And the other area that I've really concentrated on the last 6 years is I've been a key part of our negotiating team. In 2008, we had a serious recession hit our area, of course everybody knows, and then in 2012, of course, Sandy came along and threw our township upside down. or at least the parts that it didn't knock over. So that has been, trying to control costs is a real key to being on the school district. For those of you that don't know, about 70 to 80% of our costs in our district are employee costs. So negotiating fair and reasonable contracts based on what our community is able to pay is a key component. And without a doubt, we've had some tough negotiations, but I feel we've been very, very fair for both our staff, our employees, and our taxpayers. And I'm happy to stand on that.